Hi everybody, this is Denise Richter with Golden Life Coaching and Education, and I want to introduce you to my dog Freya. She's a very sweet dog and a wonderful member of our family, and she's taught me a couple things about coaching over the last week or two that I want to share with you. Now, my story starts at the barn where I ride horses. I was riding out with a couple other ladies, and I struck up a conversation with one of them. I don't know her very well, so I asked her what she did for a living. And she told me that she was a dog trainer. And I got so excited I almost fell out of my saddle because I've been wanting to talk to a dog trainer and possibly even hire one to help me with my dog. So Freya, as sweet as she is, has some less than ideal behaviors. And I'm not going to go into the behaviors too much because they're not really important to the story, but suffice it to say that I wanted some things to change. So as I was riding along with Jackie, I was telling her about my dog, the good, the bad, and the ugly of Freya. And she was listening and giving me some feedback based on her expertise and her experience. And as I listened to her, I began to realize that some of Freya's behaviors were a direct result of my own behaviors. I've always loved animals. I've always been surrounded by animals. So it was a little bit hard to swallow because I think of myself as dog savvy and experienced. It was a little hard to accept that I was the cause, at least partly, of Freya's behaviors. So in education, there's the term fixed versus growth mindset. And if you're an educator or into psychology or just a reader, you might have heard of it. But it's this idea that there are two different mindsets. One's very conducive to learning and one gets us stuck. So the fixed mindset is this idea that our abilities are fixed and that our potential is fixed. We can only go so far. So fixed mindset talk is, I'm just no good at math, or he does better because he's smarter than I am, or I'm clumsy, I shouldn't even go out for the basketball team. Growth mindset is this idea that anybody can really do anything, and results equal action. So sure, some of us have more ability to hear music, and other people have more athletic ability or number sense. We do have innate abilities, but not only the creme de la creme become athletes and musicians and mathematicians, right? If you are passionate about something and if you want to get better at something, if you put in the time, you're going to see improvement. Actions equal results. So this conversation with Jackie was very eye-opening for me because I realized that I was in a totally fixed mindset about my dog. I thought we had trained her, when she was a puppy, this is what we got, and we were going to have to deal with it. So talking to Jackie and realizing that my behaviors and actions were partly to blame, she did not blame me. I realized this through talking to her. She was very kind, but was again something I had to process before I could get there. So I had to jump into the growth mindset, and I did. I left the barn that day very excited. I went home, talked to my husband, he was on board, and we decided how we were going to kind of strategize, change the way we walked Freya and what time we walked her and how we could find time to give her some more like one-on-one time. And after the first 20-minute walk, the change in her demeanor was huge. I'm not saying it was an overnight fix. It wasn't like all our problems were fixed right then and there. But from the beginning of the walk where she was pulling and hypervigilant and kind of stressed out to the end, 20 minutes later, just with a little bit of work, she was long leash, she was looking up at me and with her doggy smile on, sitting when I asked her to. It was a totally different dog. So the second thing I learned from this experience with my dog is really about the power of coaching. I wasn't having a coaching conversation per se, although there were some elements there. There was this is where I'm at with my dog, this is where I want to be, and Jackie provided the expertise to kind of link the two. But it wasn't a formal coaching conversation. However, just spending that 20 to 30 minutes of focused time and energy thinking about my dog and the results I wanted, I was able to then prioritize it. I didn't suddenly find more time in my life. but I was able to shift things around a little so that I could put the energy into the results I wanted with the dog. So it really is a good illustration of why coaching works, because I think that's kind of hard to pinpoint why coaching is such an effective thing when it's really just a conversation between two people. But it's a focused conversation on a specific thing that you want to change in your life or a goal that you want to work toward. And setting aside that time allows you to then align your priorities and your values in your life with getting that done. Really pretty cool. So if any of this resonates with you, and if there's an area or a few areas of your life where you feel like you might be in this fixed mindset, or where it's just kind of like my dog's behavior was kind of bothering me, but I just didn't ever put the energy into it, but now I have, and everyone's happier because of it. If there's any area of your life that you're feeling this, call me and we can talk about the options. We can set up one of my complimentary first sessions just to see if we're a good fit and what the possibilities might be for you. All my contact information is on the screen and in the post below. I hope you will contact me, and I wish you a wonderful day.
Good girl.